The Memphis Grizzlies have been one of the more physical teams in the league for a minute. You don't have to go back to their grit and grind days to find this team's physicality. For a while now, there's been this weird discourse going on in the NBA, and it revolves around today's game being too soft while embracing the nostalgia of the old days. Personally, I enjoy physical basketball, and when I say physical, I don't mean bodies flying all over the place and fouls that can cause injury. I just really enjoy the game being tougher and flops and bailouts not being the norm. This is probably one of the reasons that I enjoy international basketball on levels that aren't really explainable. Have you guys watched international basketball? It almost feels like a completely different game. Chris Paul is probably my single favorite player of all time. But the fact that he's able to get away with things like this on a regular basis is not exactly what I want to watch in the regular season, much less the NBA playoffs. But I will admit that he's clever, a pest, and more so just doing whatever it takes to win. Speaking of winning, since coming into the league, it's felt as if Ja himself was somebody that was meant to win and won't rest until he does. This video, we have so much to talk about, but before we go any further, let's get a quick word from our sponsor. I want to give a major shout out to Draftkings for sponsoring today's video. If you guys don't know what Draftkings is, you're actually in luck, because they just so happen to be hooking it up for this video and its viewers. Their latest offer is actually too good to pass up. With DraftKings, new customers can bet $5 on any team and get up to $150 if they win. It's not often you get things like 30-1 odds on any basketball team to win their next playoff game. If betting on the outcome of one game just isn't your thing, you don't even have to worry, because they have same game parlays also. Parlays give you more power to combine more bets for bigger payouts. If you guys are interested in DraftKings, download the Sportsbook app now and use promo code DCOOP. Again, guys, you can bet just $5 on any pro basketball team and get up to $150 if they win. All you have to do is download the app and make sure you use promo code DCOOP when you sign up. You guys know that Steph has been killing it recently, so I trusted in Steph, and we're going to see what my code can do. Let me know any props that you guys like down in the comments below. Again, a major shout out to DraftKings for supporting our channel. Ja has embodied the grit and grind mentality that Memphis has desired to have in the past. When Ja has been hit by adversity in the league, it's like he's not down long. The criticism, the hate is something that actually makes Ja stronger. It's something that he embellishes. It's comedy to me that Ja calls T his biggest hater.
How would you say Ja played in this series?
Ja played like trash.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, trash.
But it's also heartwarming that he calls him his biggest motivator also, being there from day one. Let's take a quick moment to shout out T Morant. T has quite literally been living his best life, and for some reason people have been getting upset. I think that being fueled by criticism and being fueled by hate is a trait or a mentality that every great NBA player should have. Now, that's not saying that if you don't have this mentality that you aren't great or you won't be great. It's just that in this league, having a mentality like that can take you a very long way. Kobe himself said that it was necessary for me, because that's what I fed off. To be embraced would have felt like kryptonite to me, so I would refuse to allow anything else but that to create some type of animosity. To just continue to use that as fuel to propel me forward, it was extremely, extremely necessary. If you wanted to beat me, all you had to do was embrace me at that time. I would have been done. It's unbelievable how far having the right mindset can take you. You can have all the talent, but if your confidence isn't there, if your mindset isn't right, then there's a chance that you're going to struggle. I feel that when it comes to mindset and confidence, the Golden State Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies are two teams that really get it. The Golden State Warriors have some of the most confident shooters in the league, and they also have Draymond Green, who's not afraid to compete with anybody in battle on any given night. Speaking of battle, that's exactly what the Memphis Grizzlies like to do. They don't really back down from anybody. I couldn't believe it, but earlier this season, I even saw this team jawing at LeBron James. Now, this is probably a bad or a wild take. I don't know what category this falls under, but I always thought LeBron James was just one of those guys that you don't trash talk unless he's getting completely out of pocket. Not to act scary, just more so that LeBron James is a legend that has done so much for the game. And also, I mean, there's just not a lot of guys on LeBron's level. He's older. Look, I just look at it as more of a respect thing. To be fair, trash talk is a part of the game for better or for worse. I really wish we could hear these players with no filter when they're mic'd up. Also, to be fair, Bane didn't really do anything too wild in this clip. If nothing wild was done, then I walk back my earlier take, but apparently LeBron James got so frustrated that he said, "This y'all's last time, dog. This y'all's last freaking time. This y'all's last time disrespecting. I'm not chilling. You ain't hooping. You're talking trash. This the last freaking time I'ma say it." You start making a couple shots, then you start talking trash. F that, I don't play that crap. Ultimately, I commend the Grizzlies for holding their ground and not backing down, the same way that they didn't back down against the Golden State Warriors 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, the Golden State Warriors would trade for Andre Iguodala. For a lot of people, trading for Andre may have not been the flashiest thing, but to a Memphis team that had playoff aspirations, it meant a lot. On the All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, Josh said that "I'm gonna be 100 with you." Coming in, when they said that he was gonna be on our roster, I was very excited. I was looking forward to learning stuff from him. Whatever happened, like you said, it's a business. Andre Iguodala was somebody that had ginormous moment after ginormous moment for one of the most unique dynasties in NBA history. It's understandable why Ja Morant would be mad. I would be mad too as a young player trying to make the playoffs. At the same time, if I was Iggy and I just didn't see the vision at this stage of my career, then I just didn't see the vision. Now this is the part where I think things got a little disrespectful. It was reported that Iggy would rather sit out a season than play for the Memphis Grizzlies, though The Athletic would later interview Iguodala and he would say that "I never stated that I didn't want to play with the Grizzlies." As somebody that's almost completely oblivious in every situation, I think it's safe to say that something wasn't adding up here. I just wanted to include that because I always want you guys to hear both sides. Anyways, Dylan Brooks would catch wind of these reports and state that "I can't wait till we find a way to trade him so we can play him and show him what Memphis is really about." Josh saw that Dylan Brooks said this, quote tweeted Brooks on Twitter, replied with the speaking emoji, which basically was a hard cosign. Steph saw all of this going down and did something that I didn't really see coming from Steph in millions upon millions of years. He posted Andre Iguodala holding a trophy that he earned, not just any trophy that Iguodala earned. He posted the trophy that Iguodala earned from winning his 3rd NBA Finals. I didn't even have to fact check this. In the picture, he's holding up 3 fingers. Josh saw this and kind of did the unthinkable. He posted a picture emphasizing that they basically got carried by Kevin Durant, or that they just don't win without KD. Either way, joking or not, these were some heavy duty shots. Mind you that at this time, Ja Morant was a rookie. Now, of course, even as a rookie, it was very evident that Ja Morant was going to be special, but that doesn't change the fact that he was a rookie. Ja went on to say that somebody said that he said we weren't good enough, so in my head at that moment, it is what it is. It came out. Dylan said something and it was out there now. Everybody started chiming in. I still got respect for those guys, still a fan of them, but it is what it is. I felt like we not taking no disrespect. Where I'm from, it's one for all. We ride for ours. At that moment, that's what it was. Ja's not lying. He's on record being a major Steph and Curry fan, but that hasn't stopped their rivalry. After Game 2, Ja Morant had some friendly words with Steph and Curry. He said that after Game 1, Curry came up to him and said that it's going to be a battle. We're going to have some fun. After Game 2, Ja said that he was able to return the favor, calling Steph his favorite matchup. Imagine calling one of the best point guards in the game of basketball your favorite matchup. That's tough. Just like the Memphis Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors. Let me know what you guys think of everything down in the comments below. Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm Getlikecoop bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.